In late January 2021, a wave of retail investors, organized largely through social media, drove massive, rapid price increases in stocks like GameStop and AMC. Trading volume on these stocks reached extraordinary levels, far beyond typical daily activity. In the middle of this frenzy, Robinhood, one of the most popular trading apps among retail investors, abruptly restricted trading on GameStop and several other heavily traded stocks. Users could sell their existing shares, but could not buy new ones, a restriction that sparked enormous public backlash and even congressional attention. Robinhood initially cited the need to comply with regulatory capital requirements as the reason for the restrictions. To understand the actual technical and financial mechanics, it helps to know how stock trades are settled. When a trade happens, it isn't instantly finalized. There's typically a settlement period, and during that time, brokerages are required to post collateral with a clearinghouse to guarantee the trade will be completed. The size of this required collateral is directly related to the volatility and dollar value of the trades being processed. As GameStop's price soared dramatically, and trading volume exploded far beyond normal levels, the collateral requirements imposed on Robinhood by its clearinghouse increased dramatically, and very suddenly, almost overnight. Robinhood has stated that on the morning the restrictions began, it received a collateral deposit requirement roughly 10 times higher than what it had been the day before. This was reportedly billions of dollars, a figure Robinhood's available cash reserves could not immediately cover in full. Facing this sudden, massive capital requirement, Robinhood made the decision to restrict buying on the most volatile stocks, specifically to reduce the trading volume driving up its own collateral obligations. This is fundamentally different from the earlier disasters in this series. This wasn't a coding bug or a server crash, it was a systemic financial infrastructure constraint colliding with an unprecedented, viral trading event. Robinhood's own technology infrastructure had also faced earlier strain during this period of extreme volume, including some outages in preceding weeks, but the trading restriction itself was primarily a capital and clearinghouse issue, not a direct technical failure of Robinhood's app. The backlash was immediate and intense, with users, lawmakers, and regulators questioning whether Robinhood's decision unfairly favored large institutional players over retail investors, some of whom had significant losing or unrealized positions at the time restrictions were imposed. Robinhood faced multiple lawsuits and was called to testify before Congress about the incident. The company later disclosed it had to raise emergency capital, reportedly over $3 billion, in the days immediately following the event, in part to help meet these dramatically increased collateral requirements and restore full trading capability. The technical and structural root cause was a mismatch between a modern, high-speed, viral, social media-driven trading environment and a decades-old financial clearing and settlement system not originally designed to handle that kind of extreme, rapid volatility. Robinhood's own risk management systems and capital reserves had not been built to anticipate collateral requirements that could spike by an order of magnitude within a single day. This event triggered significant industry-wide discussion about modernizing trade settlement systems, including proposals to shorten settlement times, which could reduce the kind of collateral risk that triggered Robinhood's restrictions in the first place. The lesson here is about systemic risk in interconnected financial infrastructure. A company's front-end app can function perfectly, while a back-end financial requirement, largely invisible to users, still forces a dramatic, user-facing decision. It's also a lesson in stress-testing business models against extreme, low-probability scenarios, not just typical trading days, but the kind of viral, coordinated volume spikes that modern social media can now generate almost overnight. The Robinhood GameStop incident remains a landmark case study at the intersection of fintech, social media, and financial market infrastructure, showing how quickly an app used by millions can be constrained by systems most users never even knew existed.